ES Audio.
What's up guys, John Weeks here. This is the Evening Standards Tech and Science Daily. And coming up, have hackers worked out your secret Twitter accounts? But first, Elon Musk has gone in on Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal as the saga over him pulling out of the deal to buy the platform continues. He tweeted Parag challenging him to a public debate about the percentage of bots on Twitter. It's after his lawyers put together a 165-page argument about why he no longer wants to go through with the $44 billion deal to buy the social network. Elon even pinned the tweet to his profile and set up a poll asking his followers for their opinions on how many bots are on the site. Sticking with Twitter, hackers may have figured out which fake accounts you're using. The platform's privacy team confirmed a vulnerability which allowed hackers to see the accounts linked with phone numbers and email addresses. Last month, they found that a bad actor was exploiting this fault and offering to sell the information. But they've since contacted those affected and recommended that users don't use publicly available numbers or emails for any pseudonymous accounts they might have. Now, in the US, a significant bill to tackle climate change and save people money has been approved by the Senate. The authors of the $368 billion Inflation Reduction Act reckon it will cut US carbon emissions by 40% by 2030. It would also raise corporate taxes and lower healthcare costs in the states as part of an extra package worth more than $700 billion. The act includes measures like giving businesses tax credits for clean energy development and giving money to people to help them buy electric cars. Meanwhile, scientists at the University of Berkeley in the US say they found a new cheap and easy way of capturing carbon from things like car exhausts. The material is a polymer called melamine, which is a lot cheaper than the metal organic frameworks currently used for carbon capture. The team at Berkeley said melamine powder costs about $40 per tonne and is a very common material. They said it could be used to create an attachment for capturing car exhaust gases, or even something you could attach to buildings. As parts of the UK continue to experience this summer's long drought, a small part of Sussex is doing remarkably well, and it's all thanks to a pair of beavers. In February, a pair of Eurasian beavers were introduced to the Knepp wildland to re-wild the area, which used to be farmland. And in just 5 months, they've created an intricate pond system with channels and wetlands, despite even nearby meadows being completely dry. Experts say the new environment created by the beavers also works to cool the air around it. Research suggests more than half of parents don't think they'd survive the online world if they were a child today. The findings from EE also suggest 60% of parents worry that even their kids know very little about how to protect themselves when using their phones. The company teamed up with Beano to create a Dennis the Menace comic to teach children about the bad things that can happen online and how to resolve them. It goes through things like making prank calls, uploading videos of people without their consent, and downloading age-inappropriate apps. Let's go to the ads now. In part 2, is PlayStation bringing NFTs to gamers? And that giant 3D cat billboard. Why not hit follow and give us a rating in the meantime? Welcome back. Don't you hate it when you go on holiday and you don't know if you can use your phone data or even how much it costs? Well, money-saving expert Martin Lewis reckons UK mobile phone operators should be forced to make their rules on roaming in the EU clearer. Since the end of June this year, networks no longer need to send customers a text with prices when they begin to roam abroad. Martin said the networks should define a roaming day as a 24-hour period from first use, should clearly explain that in the arrival text, and tell customers at least an hour before the daily charges end. Now, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Nope, it's just a huge 3D cat on the side of a building. To mark International Cat Day, AR game Pokemon Go has released a few of its feline characters in a 3-dimensional video on a billboard in Japan. They include the likes of Meowth and Skitty. There's a link to see that billboard in our show notes. And finally, it looks like PlayStation might be bringing out NFTs for gamers. At the fighting game tournament EVO, a special survey was sent out to players, asking them about the type of NFT they're most interested in. The survey also asked gamers which NFTs they collect the most and which digital collectibles they'd be most interested in buying. It came out not long after the announcement of PlayStation Stars, a rewards program that was promised to definitely not be NFTs. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast, where we bring you the latest news and analysis from the Evening Standard in London. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. See you then.